turn to earnings and talk about the Container Corporation of India. The numbers had come out. So CONCOR's revenues at 1,430 crores, up 5% year on year. You have EBITDA at 282 crore rupees, and that's a very healthy uptick of over 24% year on year. And EBITDA margin, meanwhile, at 19.7% when compared to 16.7% year on year. And here's the chairman and managing director, V. Kalyana Rama, joining us live right here on ET Now. Thank you, sir, for taking the time out and joining us here. You know, what really stands out for me is also your profit after tax, which has risen by 41% year on year. Can you explain to me why we have seen this kind of an expansion in the bottom line as well as your margins, and is this kind of growth sustainable?
Yeah, very good question. Sustainability is one really, worries everyone at this high level of margins. But the measures what you have taken in the last 4 quarters, particularly giving a lot of emphasis on the double stack running and the quality of service, is really giving results, paying very well. That's how the margins, bottom line is increasing much faster compared to the top line. So the bottom line growth, as you see, just announced that 41% in year on year in the quarter, and on 6 monthly basis it is around 38.66%. It is because of the advantage which we are getting out of double stack, and we introduced many new circuits now into the double stack. Utilizing the constraint is that only one section on Indian Railways is open for double stack. That's Rewari to Mundra and Rewari to Pipavav. But we brought JNPT port onto double stack even before the commissioning of DFC. That is an innovation done by my operations team. Is going to give better results, and I am hopeful, even though you may not be able to maintain 41%, but definitely very good bottom line growth we will be able to show this year.
Right. Sir, can you just give us a breakup between domestic and EXIM? Overall 5% growth, but it was largely led by domestic?
On 6 monthly basis, both have grown. Domestic as well as EXIM. In fact, EXIM growth is little better than domestic. Domestic after GST, because of not understanding the GST very well by the business, there was a little setback in the second quarter. But I'm again hopeful that yes, now the people understood how to work with the GST regime, the things will come back.
Port-wise market share in JNPT, Mundra, Pipavav, Chennai and others, if you could tell us.
See, in JNPT, our market share is roughly around 83 point some percent. So we are in fact improved our market share there quite well. Compared to last year, we improved almost by roughly 2% in JNPT. In Mundra, Pipavav, we are at 50%, roughly 50% market shares. We are having competition there with the other private container train operators. In overall market share at all the ports and all the containers moved on Indian Railways, we improved our market share by 130 basis points over year on year in the first 6 months. But the Mundra Pipavav, we are having our own strategy to increase our market share. We are working on it, and I'm hopeful something should come out of it. And East Coast, yes, the volumes are picking up. As on date, East Coast, we are the only operator mostly. I think there's nobody else working on East Coast on the rail side. Movement on the rail. But in the overall volumes, East Coast is not very high. East Coast volumes in the total maybe around 25, even less than that, 16 to 17%, let me see, because that number I have not worked out.
So, while you're looking to increase your market share, like you've just highlighted, you would have to spend money. So can you give us a little idea of the capex plan that you have lined up, and have you had to increase it from the time this fiscal started?
See, our capex plan, we plan for this year is around 1,000 crores. And we are on course spending this money. Mainly out of these 1,000 crores, we spend on our terminal development roughly 50 to 60%, and 30% on equipment and rolling stock, and 10% on our IT related services. Because as I just mentioned, the service quality is one of the important aspects we look at to give the customer satisfaction. And as we are mentioning now, we are going beyond customer satisfaction. Now our ethos in our company is customer value creation. So IT related service is a very important thing to us. But in addition to that, the terminal development, we are going to add 7 more terminals this year. The new 7 MMLPs, phase 1 will be started. That will put us on Indian map at 81 locations, 75 of our own and 6 exclusive tie-ups. So we are on course, and the capital expansion plan will be more or less fulfilled of 1,000 crores this year.
Much for explaining us about your numbers, and again, congratulations on a great set of numbers where PAT has grown, driven by volumes as well as the EBITDA expansion that we just spoke about. Meanwhile, auto